my beautiful collective singles, Elsie here to do a sneak peek for you. And I think it's going to be for the week because I'm already here on a Saturday, right? It's not giving you a whole lot of energy for the weekend. So I think we're going to do for the week, singles. And thank you so much for clicking here, by the way. Thank you so much for arriving. And if you are somebody who always comes by and you're clicking and viewing anyway, maybe you might want to hit that subscription button and be part of the tribe. I hope that you will. So I'm here with 12 decks. And what do I do here? This is a reading that I usually do on a Friday for the singles only. And the energy in these readings is intended to be love energy for you because you are, we're reading for love because you are singles. But if anything else comes up, I'm going to mention those things as well. So it's not just about love. If I see other things, I'm going to tell you about those things as well. If you are interested in a private read, my friends, please look below this video. I have pinned a note for you there. And all the information that you need, my pricing, all of that stuff, availability is all over at Wizio. So if you'd like to have a private reading, if that's what you want to do with your time and your money, then I'd love to see you over there. Otherwise, let's get started here. We are starting with Aries and going to Pisces. So this reading I do once a week. I do read for all of the signs, and we'll go from Aries to Pisces. I've marked everything down below in the description for you, so you can just scroll this video to find the energies that you need. Just going to ask you to please, please, please stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. You don't really even know what's going on if you don't have at least your moon and your rising energy, right? Because, you could be a Gemini or an Aquarius or a Taurus or an Aries, but what kind of Taurus, Gemini, Aries, or Aquarius are you? And that depends on your moon and your rising. So natal charts are free everywhere. You just need to know if you were born in the AM or the PM if you don't have your exact time of birth. Not a lot of people do. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on for Aries, please. Aries singles, sneak peek for the week. It's for the next 7 days, my friends. Sneak peek for the week for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the single Aries, please. Tell me what's going on with single Aries. What is going on with single Aries? Aries, we start with the Five of Swords. So there's some sort of conflict that's going on here this week for you. Where's that conflict? Where's that conflict coming from for Aries, please? The conflict is coming from things taking too long. I feel like you're trying to practice patience, Aries, but you are a fire sign. You are the go-goiest of all the fire signs, right? What I mean by that is you're ruled by Mars. You're the one who's like, go, go, go. I'll get it done. Don't question don't question how I'm going to do it. Just know that I'm going to get it done. So we've got the Son of Pentacles, and the Son of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like it feels like there is a conflict here, or there's a conflict that's keeping you from something. Tell me more about this here. We've got Temperance. Interesting. So you're moving towards something. I feel like you're moving towards something, and I feel like you're sort of up in your head about it here. There is something here that you've been holding on to with the Four of Pentacles, something that you choose not to share with other people, but you're waiting for some sort of moment of alchemy, for something to happen here. The Son of Pentacles is the Knight, and so that is you traveling slowly with an opportunity in your hand, but I feel like you're conflicted about that. I want to say that you're holding on to this moment of alchemy. You're counting on the universe. You're saying, look, show me how good it can get. If this is what's supposed to happen, show me. I feel like you're telling the universe, let me know what's going on here. Tell me what you're waiting for at this moment of alchemy here. What are you waiting for? We've got the Magician. We've got the Queen of Wands, and we have the Devil card. So it feels as though there is some sort of obsession with somebody who I feel that you are very attracted to. It feels like it feels like a bit of an obsessive a manifestation, I want to say. So I feel like you're waiting on the moment of alchemy. You're waiting on the universe to tell you when it's divine timing, because it feels like there is manifestation going on here for the Queen of Wands. That's what it feels like. That you're very obsessive, sort of obsessively attracted to somebody. Maybe you're watching them online. It feels like you are giving a lot of attention to the Queen of Wands, who is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We also have Capricorn here, by the way. We also have Gemini and Sagittarius. So tell me what the conflict is. It feels like this is an inner conflict, is what it feels like to me. There's some sort of inner conflict going on here with you, Aries. You're confused about something. You're emotionally confused. So there's an inner conflict going on, feeling emotionally confused. We do have the King of Pentacles. It feels like you're confused about where you want to settle yourself, who you want to settle down with. who you want to provide for. The Father of Pentacles is somebody who is, well, of course, that's the king, but it's the person who is the provider. Yeah. It does feel like you do want to settle down somewhere. You're confused with who you want to settle down with. You could be looking at a fire sign. Like I said, all these signs that I mentioned, Capricorn, possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So the Three of Swords is telling me that you know that you're going to have to break somebody's heart. But I feel like right now is a time that you're in this energy of I'm not really sure what to do. I feel with the Five and the Three of Swords that you're stuck in the mind. You're obsessively thinking about something. The Eight of Swords is about obsessively stuck in the mind, thinking this way, that way, this way, that way, trying to find the answer, but thinking about it obsessively nonetheless. Tell me what's going on here, and why aren't you saying anything? Because I feel with the Four of Pentacles that you're holding on to the hope that some sort of manifestation is going to come in and change your mind. That's what it feels like, change your mind about something here. It feels like you are making a decision here, maybe about two people, and it's confusing about where you want to settle yourself. But tell me about the Four of Pentacles, because it tells me like you're shut off and shut down, waiting for the universe to tell you what to do here. We've got the Two of Cups. It is about love. So I feel like you do have a choice between two people here, and I feel like you're kind of agonizing over it. And I'm just saying agonizing because the Three of Swords has shown up. So it feels like you are agonizing about who you want to settle with or who you want to settle down with. We do have the Moon energy, right? So there's this energy of, I don't really know, like things are not as they seem. Somebody here is wondering about the feelings of another. That's what it looks like here with the Moon energy. I'm sort of, it feels like you're in this energy of I'm not really sure what I should do from here. I know I need to make a decision between two people that I want to, I want to offer a cup to somebody here. And it feels like you're really unsure about what the future holds here. Got the Ace of Pentacles, but you know that that's the thing. I think that you know that either path that you take will be abundant. I think that you know that there is some sort of an investment that you want to make here. Between two people, you have to pick though. But I feel like these are both abundant paths, understand? I don't feel like you can make a wrong decision here. So I think you're supposed to go with your intuition or wait for an answer from the universe. We do have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups tells me that there is, I feel like one of these people is someone that you've known for a long time and have maybe love feelings for, and the other person is someone who's either fairly new or someone that you haven't been with for a while, but someone who makes you feel good, I want to say. I feel like the good news is either, I'm looking at Page of Cups, the good news is either path is a good path, and I feel like you're trying to make a decision about where you want to invest here. You might want to invest in a water sign, possibly, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Or you've got the mother and the daughter here. So it feels like there could be somebody who has, like, maybe children are involved in this. So maybe there's two people and one of them has children. Maybe that's going to make you make your decision. But we do have the mother and the daughter here. So we do have the Page and the Queen. I feel like one of them you have the Queen type love for, and one of them you have the Page like love for. One is sort of like you're attracted to them and you've got, feelings in the belly, you know what I mean? Butterflies, that kind of thing. And the other one is kind of a seasoned over years kind of love. But I feel like the person that you will choose is the one who is the best mother. That's what it feels like. The one who is the best mother or father. Take it as it resonates for you. So what do we got at the bottom? We've got the Page of Wands. I feel like you're ready to communicate with somebody this week about what it is that you want. I feel like you need to meet with both of these people to find out what it is that you want. And I think that's legit. We've got Capricorn energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, Pisces and Cancer here as well. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Gemini and Aries energy. Temperance is Sagittarius. And we have Virgo energy as well. All right, so going over details. Take your time, be patient, go over details, make sure you're not making the wrong decision. It seems like a pretty serious decision you're making. All right, single Taurus. Tell me what's coming up for the next 7 days for single Taurus, please. Sneak peek for the week. Tell me about single Taurus for the next 7 days, please. What does single Taurus need to know for the next 7 days? Tell me about Taurus. Taurus, if you are interested in a private read, please look below this video. You'll find a pinned comment to the top of the comments. Everything you need is there. Tell me about Taurus, please. Taurus, look at that, the Knight of Pentacles. So we have something here that you're supposed to take particular attention to. I feel like it is, I feel like there is some sort of an opportunity. Now, I don't know if you're taking it out or if it's arriving, but it seems like something is taking a long time here, Taurus, and I feel like you've been patient enough, I want to say. But those things that take a long time, there's a reason for it, right? Got the moon energy here. It's almost like you know that something is arriving, but you can't see it. You can feel it because the moon energy is Pisces and Cancer energy. You could have one of those energies in the moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter. You don't have to. But I feel like there's something here that isn't as it seems, but it's taking a long while. Like it feels like you can feel it, but you can't see it. We do, there, definitely you can feel it. So the High Priestess tells me that you're being quiet. It's almost as if I want to say, like, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing someone sitting on a pillow quietly, just listening to the energy around them. It feels like that's what you're doing, that you're kind of in meditation, listening to what's going on around you, trying to feel your way through this Knight of Pentacles that has been taking so very long for some sort of opportunity to show up here. We have the Two of Cups. It might be an opportunity that is romantic in nature here. It feels like that you know that something is arriving. You feel like something is in the future here, Taurus. In the very near future, I want to say, maybe the next couple of months, possibly. Could be, yeah, next couple of months. To me, 2 cups is 2 months. Maybe you've already waited that amount of time. Take it as it resonates for you. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the 4 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. Taurus, I think that there's something that you've been waiting on for a really long time. And I feel like it's caused you to maybe disengage just a little bit with other people. I feel like that you might have other options of emotional connection coming in for you. And I feel like the people that are approaching you, Taurus, that you might have multiple people approaching you, but I feel like it feels like that the people that are approaching you really are soulmates, but I feel like you're not interested in any of them because of the 4 cups here. Like there's just no interest in the cups that are being offered to you. I feel like you want to offer, or sorry, you want to accept a cup, but I feel like you want to accept a specific cup. That's what it feels like here. And it might be somebody that you already know. For some of you, it could be someone that you worked with. But I feel like what you want, Taurus, is for somebody to pursue you. I feel like what you want is a collaborative effort with somebody. You want them to show interest in you, in the heart space here, before you make any decisions about anything. I feel like something is arriving for you, Taurus, but I feel like it's taking its time here. There is delays here, and it feels like the Knight of Pentacles is the delay. Somebody's having a hard time making a decision about what they want to do. This is kind of mirroring the reading I just did for Aries, actually. Tell me more about this. It could definitely be somebody that you already know, but it feels like there are feelings, but secret feelings. It feels like that nobody has really expressed their feelings before. So it feels like it's really down deep here, I want to say. It feels like there are secret love feelings here. So you may have not told this person you have feelings, or maybe they haven't told you. But it does feel like this is somebody who possibly is already in your world as a friend or a partner. Like a partnership might be you work with them or you volunteer with them. Maybe you're on a ball team or you know them through friends of friends. This is somebody that you already know, but I don't feel like it's somebody that you've dated before, but you already know this person. And I feel like you've got hidden feelings or secret feelings for this person. Something is about to change, though. When death shows up, you got to know that things as they were will never be that way again. When things show up, and it feels like there is transformation here. So something is ending, so another thing can begin. And I feel like it's could be a little bit stressful or a little bit of a headache here. So I want to say that the 7 of Wands energy is telling me that what you need to do is drown out the noise. I feel like the High Priestess is where you're supposed to be. I think you're supposed to drown out the noise Get into meditation, figure out what's going on. It almost feels as though, yeah, it feels, I'm just going to say, like, what I'm seeing is like someone who's having a hard time birthing a baby. Like, it feels like it's something, there's complications or delays, or, you know, if you've had a baby, you know, if you've been a person who expected to have a baby one way and then ended up with a C-section, you know what I mean? Like, it's, it feels like here that you can see that the death and rebirth is here next to the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is about feeling some type of way in the mind, right? I'm fighting myself or arguing with myself. It's almost like somebody here has a high intuition. I want to say that you are kind of got this psychic intuition going on, and you're like, but I know that I'm right. Like, it's a knowing with Pisces, right? I know that I'm right. I know that this is going to happen. So why isn't it happening? It's happening because there's some sort of delay in something that's being reborn. So maybe this person here, the Three of Pentacles person, is somebody who's otherwise engaged, or they haven't yet decided that they want to change or transform. But it feels like you're, with the Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands, you're like, I'm trying to look deep within my intuition here to find out what's going on. And I think that you know that something is arriving, but you're like, but I thought it was supposed to be here already. That's what it feels like. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be here already. It feels like, Taurus, that everything else seems to be going your way. Like, money might be on point. Maybe you're enjoying your job. Your kids are good. Maybe the house is fine, you know. It feels like everything else around you is kind of settling itself, like maybe quite recently. But the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that everything's about to change. So I'm going to say, don't get too comfortable. Everything is about to change because there is transformation here. Pardon me. And both of these cards are stuck to the Two of Cups. So I feel like that there is significant change and expansion that's coming for you here. And I'm going to say, keep meditating, keep being by yourself, thinking about it. I feel like your intuition is on point, Taurus, but you question it sometimes because this has been taking so long, that you're questioning it, arguing with yourself. Up in the mind here, arguing with yourself about this transformation. You're waiting for someone to have a transformation, or maybe you're the one having the transformation. Take it as it resonates. But the Wheel of Fortune and the Death card tells me that things, you're about to jump a timeline here, Taurus. You're about to, like, close a door on something that you aren't aware that you're going to be closing the door on, and I think it's a way of life. Like, it feels like when the Wheel of Fortune shows up with the Death card, a way of life is ending. It feels like you're going to some sort of cycle of abundance and expansion here. And I feel like you know it, but you're like, okay, well, I know it, but where is it? And it's like playing with your intuition. You feel like you're in the dark with your intuition, but I think your intuition's right on point. Tell me more about this. Tell me the outcome here. Got the Nine of Wands, got the Page of Cups, and we've got the Three of Swords. So I feel like it's going to show up when you're not expecting it, like kind of out of the blue. It's just going to show up. And I think it's because you're questioning yourself and you're waiting, and that's why time has slowed down. But listen, we are in retrograde. Everything else, all the planets, most of them are in retrograde right now. So everything is slowing down. The truth of the matter is that. So that's probably what the delays are. But we do have the Nine of Wands here, and we have the Page of Cups, and I feel like somebody is coming out from behind the fear wall to surprise you. It does feel like there is somebody here who is going to be contacting you. This person could be going through a stage of broken heart. Tell me about this. So this person is actually just getting out of a relationship, I feel. And yep, the King of Wands tells me they're inspired to move forward toward you. And I feels like the Three of Swords belongs to the Knight of Cups. So it feels like that they're going through an ending, and that's what the delay is. But we do have the Hermit energy here. I feel like you're supposed to, you know, this person is sitting here in their energy. This person's sitting here in their energy. I think you're being told to have patience and wisdom. I know you don't like the P word because you're the most patient of the Zodiac, but we do have, keep working on yourself here. Keep working on yourself, keep working on your wisdom. It's going to show up for you, but I feel like it's just going to take time, is all, Taurus. It's going to take time for you, my friend. We've got Sagittarian energy here. We've also got Scorpio. We've got Cancer here. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. And we've got Pisces energy, Pisces and Cancer, some Virgo energy as well. All right, all right. Tell me about Gemini. Gemini singles, this is your sneak peek for the week, my friends. Next 7 days. Tell me about Gemini, please. Tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's coming up in the next 7 days for single Gemini, please? Gemini, next 7 days. We've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is someone who's pretty stoic, but very stable in their emotions. So I feel like this is going to be a week of you. It's going to be some pretty clear sailing. I think things are stable. I feel like things are going good, in a good way for you here. Tell me why the King of Cups is here. We've got the Knight, the Knight of Wands. You know what this reminds me of? The duck on the pond. That's what it reminds me of. You know, the duck, you can see the duck and it's just floating along, but you don't see their little legs going super fast underneath. Like, it feels like you're stoic on the surface. You're like, yeah, I'm good. I got it all together. Things are going fine. Don't worry about me. And then underneath, it's like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go here. I gotta go there. Like, it feels like you've got, somebody's either got too much energy, maybe a little bit of anxiety possibly, but it feels like somebody here is kind of stoic on the surface while things are sort of running amok underneath the surface here. Tell me about this Knight of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands, and the Knight carries 1, and then there's 9 here. That's 10. So it tells me that there is some energy here. Like, when I see wands, to me it's like fiery, moving. I gotta go. Like, that's the energy that I'm feeling here. But it feels as though you're dropping your burdens here about something. We do have the 9 of Swords. So you've been worrying about something. Tell me why the 9 of Swords is here. We're at the 9s, though. What I want to say is we're at the 9s. So we have the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. We know that you can already drop these burdens. Whatever you've been carrying, it's usually stuff from the past that is built up over time. And we do have the 9 of Swords, which tells me you're stuck in some sort of a cycle. It could be a cycle of showing people that you're stoic on the surface, but, you know, trying not to show them that you have all of this nervous energy underneath the surface here. I feel like you're stuck in a cycle, or you're stuck in a cycle of worry, possibly. We do have the 9 of Pentacles, which is confidence. So on the surface, you're showing people, yeah, things are good. I'm confident. My business is good. I'm doing well. Like, I don't think you're showing people this energy, which is what is under the surface, this nervous energy here. We've got the Knight of Swords, who is Gemini. So it tells me that it's you, Gemini, that is quite confident. When you're forward facing to people, you're very confident, you're very well spoken, I want to say. You can be a little bit aggressive in the way that you speak, but I feel like you feel like there is something in the distance here that is going to make you very happy. First of all, tell me why the 9 of Swords is here. I want to know what your worries are. What are your worries here? And I think it's all surrounding emotions or love. That's what it feels like here. We've got the Devil energy, we've got the 7 of Swords in the reverse, and we've got the Knight. It almost feels like you're worried that somebody is going to realize that you have feelings for them. It's like you are in this obsessive thought pattern. The 7 of Swords is in the reverse, though, so it tells me that a secret's about to be revealed, that you've been obsessively thinking about someone in this Knight of Cups energy. The Knight of Cups is passive, romantic sort of feelings. Yeah, it's like I've got bigger feelings than the Page. The Page is having a little bit of attraction or having a little bit of affection. But then we go to the Knight, and the Knight is the one who's beginning to fall in love. So I feel like you are obsessively worried about somebody here that you want to drop these burdens with, somebody that you want to express your feelings to or tell them the truth about how you feel. And I feel like it's something you can't get away from, because the Devil's here got you chained to this worry about how you're going to say it, or am I going to say it? It feels like you're about to reveal your feelings to somebody, possibly. So I feel like this is what we're getting on the surface, right? This is what you're probably giving everybody on the surface, including this person who you have the secret feelings for here. But you're giving this to everybody on the surface. Look, everything's fine. I'm in my wish of fulfillment. Everything's going fine in my life. Work is fine. My emotions are fine. It feels like you're talking about all of that stuff in very confident ways. Things are really going great for me in my life. And meanwhile, you know, the duck is floating. And meanwhile, the legs are going 1,000 miles per hour under the surface here. Tell me what else I need to know for Gemini, please. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So you need to pick a path. And I feel like that's going to ease up on a bit of your anxious feelings here, is by picking a path. Because the Seven of Pentacles is that. It's about waiting, being patient, but it's also about throwing the seeds of intention. If the farmer stands there with the seeds in the hand, there's no way that we're going to plant anything, right? So you have to pick and make the intention to throw the seeds so something grows. But you're going to have to do a lot of hard work here. It feels like it's going to be a lot of hard work. We've got the Ten of Cups. And we've got the Four of Cups in the reverse. Interesting energy here, because it feels like your road of the Seven of Pentacles, throwing the seeds of intention, putting in the hard work and nurturing something, is going to lead to the 10 Cups. It is going to lead to the ultimate apex of happiness for you, happiness in the family, happiness within you. And with the Four of Cups being here in the reverse, it feels like that something that you had turned down or rejected before, you're now open to it. That's what it feels like here. So it feels like you want to, like you're, how can I say, you are chained to these thoughts, obsessive thoughts about somebody, about telling them about your feelings. And I feel like you may have told that person you weren't interested in them in the past. And it feels like here that you are now open to maybe growing with them, because it feels like you're having a change of mind here. Like it feels like you're not going to be able to hold this down for much longer. We do have the King of Swords. You're going to have to tell the truth. The King of Swords faces everything head on, right? That's why he's looking straight at you. Feminine or masculine. And the King of Swords is you, right? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And this person is someone who is engaged in facts, truth, honesty. Let's talk about it head over heart. I don't want to get my feelings involved, but I feel like this person is you. Like it feels like you're the person who really wants to be honest with somebody. It feels like somebody you rejected before, you're now open to being happy with them on some sort of path that you know is going to take some time and energy, probably a lot more energy and time than you anticipate, or maybe you're already anticipating it because the Seven of Pentacles is here. But it does feel like there is somebody here that you're about to be excuse me, super honest with about your feelings. It could be somebody who's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We've got a lot of cups here, so it could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy as well. We've got Gemini. We've got fire energy here as well as Capricorn. Tell me what the outcome is here for Gemini, please. Got the Magician. So you're in this manifestation mode right now. Knowing your worth, knowing you have the tools, knowing that you can have what you want, but I feel like you're manifesting some sort of situation here. We've got a new beginning is what you're manifesting here. So the Page of Pentacles tells me that this is something that you're bringing from the 5D with the Magician to the 3D with the Page of Pentacles. It's something that you are intending to bring into the 3D here and make it real. Something is about to get real really quick here. And we do have the Ace of Swords, because I feel like you're about to reach out to someone and speak with them and say, look, this is what's going on. Yeah, that's what it feels like here. You're at odds with yourself, though, as to whether you should say something or not. We've got 2 swords here, 3, and 7 is 10. So there has been the end of a cycle with somebody here. And I feel like it's the reason that it ended is because you rejected somebody's offer. I feel like you're revisiting the offer, and you're wanting to know if somebody wants to talk about it. I feel like you're the one that's going to engage first, that you're the one who's going to strike up conversation, because I feel like it's time to get the truth. It's time for the truth to come out, for us to be honest with each other, so we can just carry on from here. It feels like somebody here wants to get together, reconcile our differences, and then maybe carry on in our lives, whether we carry on together or apart. But it feels like this tells me that the judge is here, and that something needs to be said. We need to talk about things truthfully and honestly finally about this. I feel like you're about to reveal your feelings to someone here, but I really do feel like you're at odds with really how you're feeling here. So I feel like there is the Ace of Cups. You do want this new beginning. You're very much in love, or you have a lot of big feelings. The Ace and the 9 is 10. We've already got the 10 here. It feels like you want to be happy, and you see in the distance that you could be happy, but it feels like you're going to have to wait for a bit here. I feel like there's a lot of other things that that you need to think about and do first before you contact this person. It feels like you need to do some nurturing of your own. It feels like you need to realize that this is going to be a lot of hard work, and that this person could reject you because I feel like you rejected them before. So it feels like you've been harboring feelings here, and I feel like you're about to release those feelings to someone and tell them exactly how you feel. We've got Pisces energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn. We've got Gemini energy here. We've got Aries and Gemini energy. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. All right. Tell me about Cancer. Tell me about single Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, if you are interested in a private read, please look below this video. Everything you need is pinned to the comments. Tell me about Cancer. Single Cancer, please, for the next 7 days, for the week. Tell me what is going on with Cancer, please. Cancer, we have the Two of Cups. Why is that? Tell me why the Two of Cups is here for Cancer, please. We've got the Star. You're hopeful about love, or you're wanting to heal something here. It feels like there is somebody that you can't stop thinking about. They are the Star. So they could be someone who has a public platform somewhere. Or maybe you can just walk into their workplace. Like, I mean, maybe they're a barista, or, you know, maybe I work at the grocery store, or maybe you work in their office. Maybe you can just walk into their office. But it does feel like somebody is hopeful that the Star is going to be somebody who is your person here. We have the Devil energy here. So it feels like this is somebody that you cannot stop thinking about. I feel like you think about them all the time. And the Lovers, wow. Wow, wow. So I feel like you feel very attached to this person emotionally. Like emotionally and energetically, you're attached to somebody. They could be a Capricorn, an Aquarius, or a Gemini, possibly a Cancer. But I think this is your energy. It's somebody you've been face to face with before. It's somebody that you do know. It's almost like you're scared of love. You're scared of, like, it's a fear. It's like when you're distant or away from this person, you have a hope that it's going to work out. But when you get close up face to face, it freaks you out because you do have some really big feelings for somebody here. Tell me about the Two of Cups, please. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. Got the Five of Swords. You're fighting yourself here. Got the Four of Swords. Wow, 10 swords. 3 swords in the distance. So, Cancer, I feel like what we're talking about here is somebody who you believe is a soulmate. And I feel like you're a person who probably doesn't believe in soulmates, but I feel like you have met somebody here who I feel you can't get off your mind. Now, this person and you have had an ending of some sort. We've got 10 swords up here, 5, 4, and 1, right? Got 10 swords up here. So I feel like right now it's a period of silence. Nobody's talking to no one, but I feel like with this Ace of Swords here that you're about to open up and say something. I feel like you've been thinking about what to say. Like the Four of Swords tells me you've trying to heal the mind or get stability of the mind. Fours are about stability, but it feels like maybe you haven't been saying anything, or maybe there's been little to no communication, and this is something that's brought you to a place where you're wondering, should I just leave it? Or the fundamental difference is too much? Should I just leave it? But look at all these swords, right? I feel like if you leave it, I feel like you get into this energy of being disappointed or heartbreak. And I feel it's because you want an answer either way. When swords show up, we're talking about the facts. I want clarity. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on. So I feel like if you don't say something, I feel like it ends up in the Three of Swords. I feel like you're just going to harbor this broken heart for a long time. And yeah, it feels like it's going to have to be you that opens up the conversation, because I feel like right now it's you two have experienced an ending. There's some sort of a harsh ending that happened, or maybe it wasn't harsh, maybe it was quick. Like maybe it was the last conversation that we had, and you know, maybe things got a little bit heated and we just stopped talking to each other. can be that with the Ten of Swords. But I feel like you're trying to release it and you can't. I feel like you're still obsessively thinking about this person. And with the Emperor present here, it feels like you want to step forward here. Yeah, but you're confused. You're absolutely confused. I feel like you know what's out there. I feel like you want to go out there. You want to expand. You want to find out what's out there in terms of love. And what I mean what's out there is I'm talking about this person here with the Lovers. I feel like you know that this person is someone that is for you, but you're going to have to be the one that steps forward, because I feel like whatever happened here, that it's been like over. Like it feels like it's over. We're not speaking to each other. And the Emperor shows up to tell me you have to take control of the situation if you want to expand, if you want to go out there and find out, explore what might have been with the Lover. I know it's very emotionally overwhelming and confusing for you, but I feel like you're the person who needs to step forward if it's going to work out. I feel like if you're the masculine, the Emperor is masculine leaning. If you are the masculine, I feel like you're the person who needs to step forward, but I feel like you're stuck here. You're stuck in the mind. So I feel like this week is not the week that you'll come to a resolution, but I feel like it's, at least you're thinking about it, I want to say. Tell me what the outcome is here for Cancer, please. Got the Nine of Pentacles, I've got the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. So this is somebody here who I feel that you've been off and on with, but I also feel that you still have some sort of a friendship, or maybe you met and became friends first before you dated. But it feels like with the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups that it tells me that this person who is a friend, that you have a lot of feelings for them, a lot of romantic feelings for them. I feel like this person is very confident. They're a person who can take care of themselves. They don't really need anyone else to take care of them. You're the Emperor, and so maybe that intimidates you a little bit. This person is in their pre-Empress energy. This person is somebody who is financially stable, looks good on the inside and the outside, takes care of themselves. And I feel like this person is somebody, like I said, who it began in friendship with, and then it moved to romantic feelings. Nine of Wands. And so I feel like that whole thing exhausted you. So I feel like you feel like it's yes or no, dark or light, go or stop. Like it feels like you feel like I'm all in or I'm all out. That's what it feels like here. And it feels like you're getting exhausted with that feeling of all in or all out. I feel like there is a space here for you to get back together, rekindle the friendship, and then maybe move to a sort of a romantic space. But it has to be up to you, because I feel like you're dealing with someone in pre-Empress energy here, and the Empress will not chase. So I feel like it's up to you to do something if you are the masculine here. We've got the Ten of Wands. It's weighing pretty heavy on you. Yeah, this love stuff here is weighing pretty heavy on you. I feel like you could have the Ten of Cups, my friend, but it's going to take... And it's going to take a commitment. And I think that's what it is. I feel like somebody here doesn't really want the commitment. And so that's why we're sort of apart, not really talking to each other, not really talking about what's coming up in the future. I feel like you're avoiding some sort of commitment here. We do have fire and pentacles. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, more Gemini. We've got more Aquarius. The devil is Capricorn. All right. All right, Leo. Guess what? Mercury's backing up into your business this week, I think. Coming up, I feel like Mercury is supposed to move from Virgo into Leo. So there's going to be a lot of stuff on your mind. A lot of stuff on your mind, thinking about things, having realizations, right? Happy birthday to you, Leo. Let's find out what's going on for you this week. Single Leo, sneak peek for the next 7 days, please. Sneak peek for the week. Tell me about single Leo, please. We've got the Knight of Wands. Why do we have the Knight of Wands? Please tell me about Leo. Got the Page of Swords. What are you learning here? Got the Eight of Cups. And we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. I think what you're realizing is that what you're learning, not realizing, but I think that what you're learning is that there is a benefit to walking away from things that do not serve you. I also feel like there is somebody here that you are disconnected from emotionally that you are watching. So there is somebody here that I feel like you're very attracted to, that you have a lot of desire for. I want to say you're very attracted to them. They're very desirable. And I feel like you're watching this person. I feel like they might be from the past because the page is faced into the past. But the Eight of Cups tells me that you two are not together. I want to say with the Eight of Cups, it tells me either you walked away or they did. But the Four of Swords tells me that you still have communication with them a little bit here and there. The Four of Swords being in the reverse tells me intermittent communication, that maybe it's time to reconnect. Maybe you're thinking about reconnecting with somebody here. And I think that you want to reconnect with them in sort of a fiery or desirous way. Tell me about the Knight of Wands here. I think this whole situation is unstable, is what it feels like. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here. We have the Strength card. And we have the Two of Swords. So I feel like you're struggling to find the energy to change. I feel like you're trying to find the courage and the strength to make some really big changes in your life because you've been stuck for a while, Leo. The Two of Swords tells me that you have been stuck. You've been stuck in this place where you're not letting anyone get very close. You're keeping everybody at arm's length with the Two of Swords here. The Wheel is telling me of changes here, expansion, and you're trying to be courageous with the changes that are beginning to show up in your life, because I feel like the Wheel of Fortune, you don't have a choice. So I feel like things are changing in your life and it's been really hard. I feel like you're in a place where I feel that you are trying to use mostly your ego to get through whatever hard times you're enduring right now. But I do feel like you have your eye on somebody from the past. But I feel like it feels like a conflict of energy. It's like two swords in one, which is three swords. It feels like you're disappointed or upset or maybe feeling sad or heartbroken that something didn't work out with somebody that you're very attracted to. But it feels like you're trying to find the strength to allow the wheel to move, so maybe we can have another cycle, or maybe things can move forward. I feel like there can be expansion here, but it feels like you need to get out of this energy of the Knight of Wands, because that's an energy of being unstable, is going where you want to go when you want to go there. And I feel like this Knight of Wands has something to do with the Eight of Cups. Feels like somebody here is disconnected from their feelings, but very connected to their passions. We have the Queen of Cups. You're running away from love, my friend. That's what it looks like here. There is somebody here who really has a lot of deep feelings for you, and the Knight is running from it. I feel like you run from love. It feels like with the Queen of Cups here, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, there might be someone who is very kind and compassionate with you, and I feel like that makes you uncomfortable. We have the Death card, and we have the Emperor. So it does feel like there was an ending here with somebody. Now, the thing that you might be uncomfortable with is the Queen of Cups could be somebody who's very in charge of their life. Somebody who maybe is a traveler, somebody who I feel like this person is in charge of their life, I want to say. Like this person is, the Emperor is somebody who does what they want when they want to do it. They're the person who's the ruler of the empire. They make all of the decisions hard and good, you know. I feel like the Death card is telling me that this Queen of Cups is somebody who has two sides to them. Somebody who is very kind and compassionate and loving and empathic and soft and beautiful, and then they also have this Emperor side where they're taking care of business. Like it feels like somebody here who's making hard decisions in their life, really taking care of business. It feels like, I feel that you would rather this person be softer in their softer energy with you, but I feel like this person also might be maybe a business owner or somebody who's kind of higher up in the corporate world and has to, you know, whip out their Emperor energy once in a while. This Queen of Cups is transformed to the Emperor. So I feel like once in a while, like, it is a transformation. And it feels like, you know, there's both sides going on here, but it feels like you're running from this. Why is that? Because you're in love. Boy. Leo. You're trying to figure out about how to make some sort of decision here. That's what it looks like here. We have the Two of Pentacles with somebody here who is doing some juggling, wanting to make a decision in the 3D, but I'm not making that decision yet. But the universe is calling you to do that. Find your balance. Make your decision. This is going to be a life-changing decision, because I feel that whilst you're running away from the Queen of Cups, that you're running towards the Ace of Cups. Like, it does feel like you can't get away from it. This is something that you can't get away from. You keep thinking about. You keep thinking about the situation. We have the Eight of Wands. I feel like you are going to communicate with this person. It feels like you will make a decision to communicate or move things forward in a little faster fashion here. Tell me what the outcome is here. I'm just going to ask why you're feeling emotionally disconnected here. Hang on. Got the High Priestess, Five of Cups, King of Swords. You don't know what to say. You've been silent because you don't know what to say. I feel like you do want to tell this person that you do have feelings for them, but you don't know what to say. The Five of Cups, right? Water under the bridge. Feels like the party's over. Maybe you're getting ready to say goodbye to your party days. The King of Swords is someone who's very honest and truthful, but I think you're being silent. What do you want to be truthful about? About a commitment. So, you know what I think is going on here, Leo, is I think that there is somebody here that you're thinking about a commitment with, but you're not entirely sure if this is what you want right now. I feel like you keep in connection with this person. Your connection you keep to them is a passionate one. So I feel like that when you show up in their DMs, that you flirt with them or say something that gets their attention, because I think you're really attracted to this person. But I think what freaks you out is the fact that they can flip from being soft and kind to being a hard ass. You know, this person I feel is in charge of a business or higher up in the corporate world. It feels like this person transforms. They go back and forth between their feminine and their masculine energy. And I think it makes you run. That you don't like to see that masculine side of them, but I feel like this person probably is someone who's single as well and doesn't have masculine energy in their life. It feels like they are a feminine energy, and that's what you run from. So you might have a mother wound, or maybe you didn't get along with your mother, or maybe you lost your mother at an early age. You don't know how to deal with that kind of love and compassion and kindness and deep depth of love here. It makes you uncomfortable, so you run. The thing is, you can't get away from it. You're running straight into the Ace of Cups. And I feel like you need to make a decision about what you're going to do here. The universe is saying whatever decision you make is going to change your life. It is going to be a life-changing decision. And I feel like you are the wounded warrior, like the Eight and the Ace of Wands here. It feels like you are the wounded warrior, that you are somebody who's been hurt in the past. And I'm not talking about love relationships. I'm talking about traumatic things. I'm talking about traumatic things that happened in your past that keep you running. That I feel like you keep starting new cycles with people. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, but I don't think you're there for very long because there's no stability. And this person here wants permanent love, deep, caring, abiding, and that freaks you out and that keeps you running, I think. Do you have the Ace of Pentacles? I feel like you do want to have some sort of a new beginning with somebody here. Look at that. We have the Two of Cups as well. Feels like you do want to do this here, but I feel like you're waiting right now. You're trying to make a decision about what you want to do. The Moon energy is here. You're thinking that things aren't as they seem. And if I begin something here, maybe this person will stop talking to me. I feel like you are going to be having some sort of realization while you're in Hermit energy here, that you have rejected someone here that is a really hard worker. Someone who's a really hard worker and is willing to work hard with you on communication. But you're going to have to decide whether you want that communication or not. It is going to lead to a new path of love, but you have to first decide if that's what you want. And Everything is changing. Look, everything's going to change regardless. Regardless of whether you are in a relationship or not, everything is changing because the Wheel of Fortune is here and things are about to expand. So you need to just make the decision about what it is that you want to do and move forward with it. We've got Aries and Scorpio, Taurus here. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo. We've got Sagittarius energy. Leo energy is here. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, and Aquarius energy. All right, some decisions for you to make, my friend. All right, Virgo, this is for you. Tell me about Virgo, the singles, please. Single Virgo for this week, for at least the next 7 days. Anyway, tell me about Virgo, single Virgo, please. Tell me about Virgo. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Virgo, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I've pinned a comment to the top of the comments. Everything you need is there. Tell me about Virgo, what's going on the next 7 days for Virgo. Single Virgo, please. We do have the World card. Interesting. So you're about to wrap up some sort of a chapter or a cycle here. There is something here that is coming full circle. Something here is ending, so something else can begin. Tell me what else is going on for Virgo, please. What cycle are we ending here? What chapter are we ending? Page of Wands. I think what you're ending is being impulsive, sort of reckless with your energy. Feels like you're wanting to go on a new path here that's exciting, but I feel like you don't want to take a risk or be very reckless. I feel like you want some sort of victory in a new path here, but it does feel like there is maybe competition for what it is that you want to do. You're holding back here. The old chapter has ended, but you haven't yet gotten on the path to the new yet here. We've got Page of Swords here. It's like you're thinking about it. I feel like you're ready to face challenges. The challenge of maybe jumping back into the dating pool, I'm just going to say. The Five of Wands is here with the Page of Swords. It feels like somebody here knows. It's like, I know what that's about. I know what it's about getting back on the apps. It feels like you have curiosity about what's going on in the midst of the competition here. But should you go back, right, is the question. Should you go back? It does feel like somebody here has closed a chapter on being sort of reckless with their energy, though, being risky. And so the Page of Swords tells me that you're trying to be a little more articulate, or a little more clear, or a little smarter with the decisions that you make in terms of dating here. Tell me why the World card is here, what has ended. We've got the Star in the reverse. We've got the Strength card. And we have the Death card. Strength card looking over at the Star. The Star is in reverse. It almost feels like you're closing a chapter, but you're kind of losing hope that things are ever going to change. I feel like that you need to be on the apps or be online or meet people that way. You understand that there's different ways that you can meet people, and some of those ways are face-to-face. You can get into groups, meet-up groups. It feels like what you don't want is I feel like you're kind of sick of the competition, is what I'm going to say. And I don't know if it's competition, but you know what? The Five of Wands, all these people are sort of beating on each other, right? Like it feels like you're in the midst of the chaos, and you're like, you just want to cut through the chaos, and I just want to find a person. And the Strength card with the Death card is telling me that it feels like that there is transformation coming here, but you're going to have to be courageous. It feels like you've kind of lost hope that you're going to find your person, is what it feels like here with the Star in the reverse. Or maybe there's still more healing to do. But I feel like you're holding back from finding your person or your star because it feels like you've sort of lost hope that things are going to work out here, that you'll find a person. Tell me why Death is here. What's the transformation? We have the Magician, we have the Sun, and we have the Chariot. So I feel like instead of getting back on the apps, I feel like what you're going to do is you're going to start using meditation and manifestation. It's first of all, knowing your worth is really important as you date, right? Because you can, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And so I feel like the sun is here to give you the clarity that you need, saying, look, you do have all the tools, you do have a lot of worth. It's time, if you want to move forward, you can, because the Chariot is here. But I suggest that you keep things under the surface. I suggest you keep your feelings under the surface. The Chariot is here, right? That's Cancer energy. And with the sun here, it feels like you know that it's time to move forward. You know that you do want to find a person here, but it does feel like the universe is asking you what is to change, or the new chapter, what it should bring is it should open. This has ended, so what this new chapter should open with is you knowing your worth before you get back into the dating pool. So you can sort of sift through people immediately, right? You don't want low vibration. You don't want people who just want to hit it and quit it. Like, it feels like if you're going to get back into the dating pool here, the sun is here with a breakthrough. I feel like you also want children and to get married. Like, I really do feel like you want some sort of a commitment. We have the Lovers. So you don't want just any commitment. You want to find your soulmate, and you want to meet them face to face. Good. I'm glad. Get off the apps. And we do have the Ace of Swords. A face-to-face meeting where I can speak to someone, feel their energy, find out, are they my person? Are they a soulmate? I feel like you're looking for someone special. You're not looking to just date anybody. You're not looking just to get out there and date. I feel like you're looking for a specific type of person. Possibly someone who's highly intelligent with the Gemini energy here. Someone who feels like magic. Someone who's very honest and truthful, right? The sun is out with the Ace of Swords. I feel like you're looking for someone possibly who there might be an age difference with. Maybe your preference is for younger people. But I feel like the chapter that you've closed here is, I feel, getting on the apps and being risky with how you're spending your energy, I want to say. So the only way that you're going to get some victory here with the 6 Wands is if you go about it smart. Think about it. Don't be impulsive or immature. Think about what it is that you want and then go forward that way. And just sift through what you don't need. I'm just going to say, what's the outcome here for Virgo? We have the Judgment. So there needs to be a decision made here. 7 of Cups. Yeah. I feel like you're on the precipice of making some sort of decision about what you're going to do since the old chapter is closed. It's like, I just need to get off the apps. That's not working for me. But I feel like you're about to find a way to meet people face to face. People that you can speak with face to face, so you can make a decision about their energy face to face. It does feel like you are someone who's probably quite energetically based. I want to say that it's not enough for you to just be attracted to somebody by looking at them. You want to feel their energy, see what they're about. Is their energy leveled, right? So it feels like it is confusing, but you're going to have to make some sort of a decision if you want things to move forward here. The Wheel of Fortune's here to help you though, right? Like, you don't really have a choice when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, but expansion is here. So if you're making all of these different decisions here, I feel like it works out the way that you want it to, because the wheel is a Wheel of Fortune, right? Expansion. Things are going to be growing here. Yeah, things are getting bigger. Things are moving forward. So regardless of what your decision is, I feel like getting off the apps is a really good idea, and getting out to meet people face to face. You know, just look in your local area. There has to be people that are meeting up face to face to do things. And it doesn't have to be a singles group, right? It can be just anybody. If they're going for walks, or they're going for, dinner, or, it's just places where you can get to see people face to face. 3 of Swords is here, and the Ace of Wands, because this is what's been breaking your heart. I feel like being sort of risky, or putting passion first, or just looking at someone from the outside doesn't really let you know what they're like on the inside, right? So I feel like that in the past, maybe you're attracted to people here by what they look like, and then you just end up brokenhearted. We have the 5 of Swords in the reverse, which tells me that I feel like you want to resolve something here. Yeah, it feels like you're ready to. Yeah, you're willing to let go of some things in order to be able to meet people face to face. And you just want to find somebody who you can speak to that is really very honest and truthful. And it makes sense. I feel like you are getting back into the dating pool. That's what it feels like here. It feels like you were getting back into dating. So we have Gemini, we have Leo, we have Aries and Gemini, we have Sagittarius energy, we have more Leo energy, Virgo and Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and the star is Aquarius. I feel like you're feeling super vulnerable, and this isn't something that you've ever done before. Meeting people face to face does take a certain amount of vulnerability. It's really easy to meet people on apps and just swipe back and forth and just look at them as objects, but when you meet people face to face, it's a little bit different, right? Yes. All right. All right, Libra. Let's look at Libra singles. It's coming up this week, sneak peek for this week. The next 7 days, Libra. If you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I have pinned a comment to the top of all the comments. Everything you need is there. Please look at that link. It has all the questions you might email me about. What's your availability? Sometimes people ask, what are prices like? Please go look over there. Things start at $40. Tell me about Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Single Libra for the next 7 days, please. Well, it looks like it's going to be a good week. Something is going to happen that is going to make you very, very happy. We do have the, we go from the 4 of Swords to the 10 of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords. You don't see it coming. So it does feel like, I want to say that you're feeling a little lonely. That's what it feels like to me. That you've been feeling a little lonely or spending a lot of time by yourself. And it could be because that you are healing from something or trying to get some mental stability. It feels like you've been spending time either praying or meditating. It feels like you're trying to ready yourself to have a conversation or be back out in the world again. We have 6 and 4, which is 10 swords here. That there is something that has ended here, but maybe you haven't spoken to anyone about it. Or maybe you're not really sure why it ended. It almost feels like somebody here tried to get away with something. Yeah. But it feels like that there's, if it's not deception, it feels like something is under the surface or something is concealed. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a happy week because of something that has come to an end. Maybe you finally realize that you just need to move on from a situation where somebody here wasn't very honest with you. Tell me about the 7 of Swords, please. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 2 of Cups. And we have the Page of Cups. So I feel like it was a surprise. It almost feels like, you're unclear why someone left. So either you're unaware, which means you have no self-awareness, or this person just cut you off without telling you what their problem was, what the issue was. But it was a surprise to you, I feel. That it feels like with the 2 of Cups here that maybe you had been in a relationship. I don't think it was very long. It feels like maybe it was a month or something like that. It feels like 3 weeks to a month. But it feels like you were in some sort of relationship and it ended abruptly. So either they ghosted you or we're not talking anymore, but there was something that was left unsaid and you're not really sure why things ended here. Tell me about the 10 of Cups. So why is this week going to be very happy then? We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Swords. And we have the Hanged Man. I feel like there is something coming up that is quite abundant. It could have to do with your money, but it feels like there is talk of abundance or talk of stability or talk of things growing. It feels like with the King of Pentacles energy that, you know, the King of Pentacles is the one who's solid and sturdy and grounded and dependable, and this person is quite well off financially. It feels like there's going to be some sort of conversation about something that you've been trying to get a different perspective on. So this happiness here, this apex of happiness, maybe it doesn't have anything to do with relationship. Maybe it has more to do with work and money because the King of Pentacles is here. But it does feel like there is going to be some sort of conversation about something that you've been thinking on for a while. It could be about settling down if we're talking about relationship, but it does to me feel like it's more money-based. We do have the 2 of Pentacles. There's a decision that you're going to have to make here. think you're going to have to make a decision about whether you want to close the door on something. We've got the Three of Swords. And the reason that you haven't made the decision yet is because you know it's going to break somebody's heart. So if the King of Pentacles is somebody who is settling down, and we are talking about you wanting to settle down, I feel like you're going to have that conversation with somebody this week. They could be a Pisces, maybe a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, maybe a Virgo or a Capricorn, possibly a Cancer. It feels like you're about to have a conversation with someone, that you are kind of going back and forth about this thing that you've been trying to get a different perspective on for a while. You've been hanging here in the Hanged Man energy, trying to get a different look at something. But I feel like the Ace of Swords is telling me you're having some sort of moment of clarity or an aha moment. For some of you, it's going to be about money and work and jobs, and others of you, it's going to be about settling down. It does feel like this, there is a chapter that's about to close, or something's about to wrap up. It feels like you're getting some stability about moving slow towards some type of an ending, but you're kind of up in the air about whether you should end it or not. What is this about? Three of Swords. It might be a friendship. You're trying to keep your stability in a friendship. It feels like there is something going on here. In order to be happy, excuse me, in order to be happy, I feel like you need to make some sort of a decision to close the door on a friendship or a partnership or someone that you work with, or a job, take it as it resonates, someone that you're in a partnership with, to me, which is not love. This is more like we volunteer together. We're on the same team. You're on my team. I'm on your team. We support each other. It feels more like friendship, and it feels like you're thinking about ending some sort of a chapter with this person. Why is that? You don't want to worry anymore about whether this person has feelings for you or not. Okay. So it does look like you have feelings for somebody who possibly could be a friend, and you're unsure about how they feel, but you're holding on to the hope that there is going to be some sort of happiness with this person, that they'll finally have a breakthrough and realize their feelings. I feel like you're holding on to the Sun while somebody else is in the Queen of Cups energy in the reverse, without really knowing what their feelings are, not really connected to you or to themselves energetically, emotionally, disconnected from the intuition. So I think this tells me here that there is somebody here that might be you're in a partnership with, that maybe someone that you've got feelings about, that maybe things have ended with them and you're unsure why. You might be approaching this person this week to find out if it's really over, or if we're just on a break. I don't want to worry about being sad anymore. Is there something to worry about here? It's like you haven't heard from somebody, but I don't think it's been a long period of time. It feels like it's been days, maybe just over a week, or maybe a couple of weeks. It feels like that this is someone that you want to speak to find out, are we in or are we out? Or do you have feelings for me or no? I feel like you want to have a conversation with somebody this week. The Ace of Swords tells me that you want to open conversation with someone this week. We do have the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. I feel like you're about, yeah, you just want an answer is what it is. You want an answer. Look, are we in or are we out? Am I just dropping the burdens and moving on, closing the door? Or what's going on here? Am I about to have a broken heart? Or is this something that we can work out? Is this going to be, I feel like whatever happens, the decision, I feel like you get the answer. So whether the answer is no, we're not going to be in this relationship, you carry on happy. Or if the answer is yes, we're going to be in this relationship, you carry on happy. But either way, I feel like you need an answer either way. And I feel like you're going to open conversation with somebody, or maybe they're going to open it with you. But it does feel like you will get your answer sometime in the next 7 days. We do have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Cancer energy. We've got Gemini, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. All right. Let's talk about Scorpio. Single Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. You will find a pinned comment, and it has everything that you need to know about where to go to book a reading. Tell me about Scorpio, please. Single Scorpio for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for the week. Next 7 days, please, for Scorpio. Oh, the Tower. Something is shifting and changing this week for you. In the next 7 days, I feel like there's going to be a challenge here. Something is challenging. 7 of Coins. I feel like you're busy working on something, working really hard to gain ground on something here. I've got the 3 of Swords. 6 of Swords. The Lovers in the distance. It feels like there's a realization here that you need to take time to work on yourself. The 5 and the 3 of Swords, the 6 and the 3 of Swords is 9 swords. And it feels like that you're stuck in some sort of a cycle here. Got Libra, Aquarius, Taurus energy here with Scorpio. You're having some sort of a realization. And the realization is that I need to pay more attention to my Pentacle world, pay attention to me. I need to move slower. I need to be more patient. It feels like with here that there is worry about financial things possibly, but also worry about love. I feel like in the distance there is going to be some sort of a new beginning that's coming up here with some sort of a soulmate. They could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. They don't have to be, of course, but somebody that you're very attracted to. It almost feels like it shows up with the Tower here when you're very engaged and finally you've made this decision to turn inward, to look at yourself, be patient, go over details, be very nurturing to the self. Like it feels like you're getting set to work on yourself, and then all of a sudden the Tower shows up to bust you out of the 9 of Swords here. Tell me about the Tower. This to me feels like practical change. Like it's something that was very much needed. Because I feel like you were stuck in the cycle of the 9 swords, feeling heartbroken, feeling like I should move forward, but I'm too heartbroken to move forward. The Judgment card. Got the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like there is some sort of disconnect here. I want to say that you need to make a decision. You need to make a decision about someone that you're quite friendly with. They could be someone that you work with, but I feel like you've been trying to make a decision, or you're sort of going back and forth about how you feel about somebody. Feels like if you move on, you might suffer a broken heart, but it also feels like that there's more to do here than just worry about who's going to be in your life romantically. I feel like what's changing is you're going to be making some sort of a decision. You might be changing your mind about something. You need to make some sort of a big decision here. The Judgment card and the Tower together is a major decision. It's a major awakening, an upheaval. Things are changing. It's like an old illusion you had built is falling to the ground. It's a major upheaval, but it's of course, for your betterment. But it feels like you're having some sort of a major revelation that you need to make a decision about some sort of a friendship or a person that you work with. And you're making this decision sort of real time here with the 2 of Pentacles. Kind of going back and forth about what to do next. We've got the 9 of Pentacles, we've got the 6 of Pentacles, and we've got the 8 of Wands energy. So it does feel like there is somebody here who is single. They're very abundant, and they're someone who I feel that you want to speak with or give reciprocity to. And I feel like it's almost like it's like now or never. I'm just going to do it, and if they're not going to give me attention, then I'm just going to move on, but it's going to break my heart. I feel like you have some sort of a realization that you want the yes or no answer. I just want the yes or the no. I can handle the no. I can handle the yes. Whatever it is, I need to ask about it. We do have the 10 of Pentacles. Excuse me. It does feel like it's based in Pentacles. So I want to say there's lots of Pentacles here, right? 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. We've got the 3, the 2, the 7. Like there's lots of Pentacles. It feels like that something is really shifting and changing. You're making some sort of decision that's going to shift your reality, your 3D reality here. And so I think that it's almost like you're taking one last shot at it. I want a long-term relationship. I'm going to speak to someone about that. This person that you're speaking with, they could be someone who is a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, possibly a Libra, maybe an Aquarius or a Scorpio, but it does feel like you need to know. It feels like we need to move forward or I need to go, one of the two, but I'm not going to hang around in this energy anymore. We have the Ace of Swords, we have the 2 of Cups, we have the Knight of Cups, and that's coming up on the Judgment card. So I feel like this is the decision that you're making. I'm going to open conversation and ask this person about their feelings. I'm just going to say with Cancer showing up here, it feels like it might be a hard time getting their feelings out of them. The Knight of Cups is here. It feels like you just want clarity. Do you have romantic feelings for me or not? If not, I'm just going to move forward and focus on my Pentacles going forward. But I feel like the Ace of Wands, or sorry, the 8 of Wands is telling me that you just need it to move forward either way. So, you know, maybe I'm going to end up with a broken heart, but I just need to know the answer, yes or no. The Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords here. Sorry, 6 of Cups, not the 7 of Cups, the Ace of Swords. So this is somebody here that you have been sort of thinking about on sort of an obsessive basis, it feels like. This is somebody that you've known for quite some time because the 6 of Cups is here. So this is someone that you've had a long-term, happy sort of friendship, I want to say. I feel like you have feelings for someone, but you don't know how their feelings are for you because they're giving you the silent treatment. Like they're noticing, I want to say, that you have all these feelings because these are big feelings, right? The Knight of Cups and the 2 of Cups. But I feel like this person is kind of giving you the stoic self. They're not really responding to anything that you're saying. So I think you're just going to go at it with swords. I think you're finally just going to bring it up and say, look, I have feelings for you. Do you have feelings for me or not? And I think that you just want to be able to get out of this 8 of Swords energy here. You want to know, are they attracted to you? Are they not attracted to you? Because this is somebody that you've known for quite some time in the Pentacle world. So whether that's in your community, in your neighborhood, at your workplace, wherever it is, it feels like you've known this person for a long while. And you're about ready to ask them what's going on. Yep, you're taking charge here. And you just need to drop your burdens. That's what it is. You just need to know either way. Is this the beginning or is this the end? When will I see you again, right? So I feel like you're making some sort of a really big decision about somebody this week. I think you're kind of going for broke. You're like, I don't really care. I don't care if it breaks my heart. I don't care what happens. I just need the answer. So we have Aries and Sagittarius energy here. We have Cancer, Virgo, more Sagittarius energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo. We've got Capricorn here as well, Aquarius energy, Virgo and Pisces energy here, and Scorpio. All right. Tell me about Sagittarius. Single Sagittarius, sneak peek for this week. Tell me about single Sagittarius, please. Tell me about single Sagittarius. It's coming up for Sag, my fire family. If you're interested in a private read, Sag, please don't forget to check the comments. I've pinned a comment with all the information that you need in order to book a private reading. Tell me about Sag, please. All right. We have the 5 of Wands. Somebody's coming to some sort of a resolution here. It feels like there's something that you've needed an answer to, I want to say. The Sun is here, giving you some sort of breakthrough energy, also an energy of growth. The 5 of Wands being about indecision. It feels like you're coming to some sort of decision here. Tell me more. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. And the Three of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're coming to some sort of a resolution or a realization within the self that I'm not going to fight myself anymore. I'm not going to beat myself up for whatever's going on here. I'm not going to play this competition. It feels like you're coming to some sort of a realization that you're good enough, that you are enough, and that you don't have to fight for people's attention. It feels like with the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in the reverse that somebody here is coming to terms with a long-term crush or a long-term, I have feelings for this person, and it feels like this person is somebody that you already know that you could work with them. We're talking about Three of Pentacles, right? So it's collaborative energy, right? So somebody who might be in the workplace, somebody who might be on your team, somebody who might support you in the pentacle world. It almost feels like you're coming to some sort of a realization about a friend. Maybe you have feelings for this friend, but it feels like the Three of Swords being in the reverse, it's like, no, I'm not going to be brokenhearted about it anymore. I'm not going to worry about it. It feels like your heart is healing from some sort of a breakthrough or realization that you've had about somebody who maybe is a friend and you wanted more and maybe it's not working out for you. Tell me about the Five of Wands. We've got the Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. I think somebody's had some sort of a revelation about another person. It feels like you're like, you know what? I've realized that we're just, I guess, going to stay friends because it's not really worth putting in that much energy for. I feel like you wanted this victory, but I feel like the Ace of Swords is telling me that you've come to some sort of a triumphant realization, a moment of clarity, that you've got to move on. You've got to heal yourself and you've got to move on, that it's not really worth chasing somebody for their energy. This Three of Pentacles and Three of Swords tells me, fine, I'll just leave it at friendship if that's what you want, and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to let it break my heart. It feels like this realization that you were in competition with other people is something that you don't want in your life. The Queen of Wands is you, that Sagittarius energy, so it feels like you're the one who's having this aha moment or this triumphant moment of clarity that you just need to move on from beating yourself up about a situation that I feel is never going to work out in your favor. It feels like you're having that realization that that person was never for me. Why am I waiting for that person? That person was never for me. I'm not going to be brokenhearted about it anymore. We have the Tower. It is a realization. I love it. You know, when the Tower shows up with the Sun, it's a realization of clarity. It's like you finally have some clarity on someone that you were possibly chasing. You were giving them more energy than they were giving you, and I feel like you're just going to stop it. You're like, no. I'm not going to do that to myself anymore. Because you're the Queen of Wands. I mean, you're beautiful, handsome, feminine or masculine, right? You're somebody who's very good looking and you don't have to beg. We've got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's time to stand up for yourself here, my friend. That's what it looks like here. It's time to stand up for yourself and really decide what it is that you want. Because I feel like you want the 10 Pentacles. You want the legacy. You want the long-term something or other, right? And this whole situation has exhausted you. It almost feels like you've been chasing someone who's been not taking your advances. Somebody that you might have deep feelings for. The Queen of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is almost like a realization or a restructuring of the mind. I'm gonna stand up for myself, and I feel like with the Nine of Wands, it's telling me that you're just exhausted. Exhausted from dealing with this whole situation, from chasing somebody who isn't accepting your advances. I think you're just gonna back off. What is the 10 Pentacles for you? 10 Pentacles is a new opportunity. It's about investing somewhere else. It's about conquering things and moving on along the path. So I feel like somebody here has decided, I'm no longer going to worry about this person who's got me chasing them. I'm no longer going to chase them. I'm going to move on. That's what it feels like. What's the outcome here for Sagittarius? Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Three of Cups. I'm giggling because the Knight of Swords is showing up, and that's the person who who is very forthright, forward. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be truthful and honest with you. And I feel like you are going to be honest with somebody here. There is somebody here who, this other person is a little bit dramatic, I'm going to say. The person who you might be, or maybe they bring drama into your life. It feels like somebody who might bring drama into your life. Yeah, they're very undecided about what they want. They're quite immature in their energy, and they're very undecided about what they want. And I think that you're putting an end to it. I think you're putting a stop to it. You're like, I'm not waiting for you anymore. I'm not worrying about you, waiting for you. I don't need your drama. I don't want the arguments. I don't need the back and forth. Stop texting me if you don't want to see me in person. Like, that's what the energy feels like here. Yeah, somebody is not being on the up and up with you, and they're about to be caught in some sort of a lie here that's going to make you sad. I think that you're going to hear about something in the future. I feel like you're doing the right thing. I feel like you need to stop chasing, because whatever you chase is going to run. You need to stop chasing this person and turn your back on the situation. And when you do, that's when you know when things are going to work out. You need to focus on this here. You need to focus on building your legacy, focus in your pentacle world, starting something new, getting on a new path, planting a new pentacle, and investing in something brand new. And so I feel like you're about to find out that someone's going to be caught in some sort of a lie. That's what it looks like here, and it's going to make you sad, but it is what it is. The truth will come out, and the reason you're going to find out the reason that this person keeps running from you. They might actually be in love with somebody else, and that might be why. It's time to let them go, my friend. We do have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius energy here. We've got Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Gemini energy. We've got Leo energy as well, and Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer on the bottom of the deck. All right, Capricorn, here we go. Tell me about Capricorn, please. So Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Single Capricorn for the week, the next 7 days. Single Capricorn, please. What's coming up in the next 7 days for single Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Tell me about Capricorn, please. Woo. All right. Let's get it done. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Wands. We've got the Hermit and the Two of Swords. So something is growing in the background, I want to say. A new path is about to open for you. And I feel like you're going to put as much energy into it as you can. You might even be doing it already and not even know it. I want to say that you've been spending some time by yourself. You're blocked off from people, or you're blocking people, or you're spending time by yourself. The Two of Swords tells me that you're just done. Like, it feels like you're done emotionally. It's like you're trying to save your heart, I want to say, that you don't even want to deal with it anymore. It feels like you're in Hermit energy, looking at your burdens, the burdens that you've been carrying here. The Hermit is giving me wisdom, though. The wisdom to know better. To know that if you drop your burdens and get rid of the Two of Swords, that there is a new beginning here. Something that's the beginning of stability, possibly, in your 3D world. Tell me about this page. Page of Pentacles. Got the Four of Cups. Something, you're waiting for something to begin. You're waiting for something to start. You're waiting to move forward. What are you waiting for? You're waiting. It's taking a long time for some sort of a new beginning to come round. I think it's because you're in Hermit energy here. I think you're trying to sort out things from your past. And so you're trying to, sort things out, drop some burdens, figure things out. It feels like you're trying to gain some wisdom. And so I feel like right now you're kind of shut off and shut down from the world. It feels like with the Two of Swords that, her eyes are covered because she doesn't believe what she sees anymore. She's relying on her other senses, hearing things, feeling things. And so I feel like this Hermit energy and this Two of Swords together tells me that you're not allowing people, how can I say, maybe you're keeping people at arm's length. I don't think you're completely shut off or shut down from them, but I think you are keeping people at arm's length. It feels like feel like you're stuck in a place. I feel like there's going to be movement soon, but it's going to be slow. So be patient with the situation as it is. I feel like there is something here that's about to begin brand new. It's going to require your energy. It almost feels like the calm before the storm, Capricorn. It feels like it's time for you to sort out your past, or sort out all of these things that are on your back, weighing you down. You're resilient, my friend, but I don't know why you think you need to carry around these wands. We have the Ace of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, it tells me that you're really not interested in having anyone else in your life, that things are kind of busy for you and you're making a lot of decisions about whatever is going to transpire next, whatever is coming up here. You're on a brand new path here. So I feel like you are, this week, I feel like you are going to be in hermit energy. I feel like you are moving away from the thought of getting into a relationship right now. I feel like you're supposed to be focusing on your stability, your 3D stability, and growing something here, growing friendships possibly. But the Ace of Wands tells me that it's all very exciting. Like, I feel like you think that getting out of the dating game might be something that makes you feel bored. But I feel like what it really does is it powers you up to move you forward here to whatever the Knight of Pentacles has got cooking. It feels like there is it's going to take some time, but I feel like it's giving you time, because I feel like that's what you really need right now, is time with yourself. I feel like you need time to love the self. And if you want some sort of a relationship, I think that you have to repair the self first. You need to move on, take care of your business, take care of business in the 3D world, get busy in life, and find some new ways to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with here. Yeah, it's time to stand up for yourself here and look out into the future. It's time for you to make plans for the future. And it's time to drop these burdens that you have here. So I feel like for you, the Ace of Cups is on the table, but the Six of Swords is right next door. So I feel like you are moving along, moving away from the Ace of Cups. Like, you're moving away from, your back is to the Ace of Cups. I'm moving away from that. I need to focus on my Pentacle world. So I don't feel like you are going to be in any sort of relationship anytime soon. It feels like there might be someone who is arriving here. Someone who's younger than you, someone who might communicate with you. Temperance is here, so it is a moment of alchemy thing. It is, it's at a time of balance. I feel like you need to get balance in your Pentacle world first, but it feels like somebody's being inspired to reach out to you here. You might be the Empress. We do have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. We do have the Five of Swords. Oh, interesting. So there is somebody here who wants to forgive, choosing to forgive. It almost feels like a bit of a grudge, or maybe we're letting go of resentment here. It feels like somebody from the past is going to be communicating with you, and could be the King of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. It is going to happen in this moment of alchemy here, but it is going to bring balance to a situation that I feel has been sort of on your mind here. There will be a resolution or a compromise. I feel like there's someone here who wants to reconcile. Who is the Five of Swords, please? Could be a Pisces, possibly. We have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords. It feels like this is a situation from the past where you don't know why it ended. It might have just gone cold or quiet or ghosted or just came to an end. Ten of Swords is here, and you released it already. The Seven of Swords is you never really knew why, and so it kind of left you stuck about not really knowing why it ended. I feel like this person's coming around for resolution. And I don't know that you'll end up in a relationship with them. There's nothing really here that says that you will. In fact, if they come back and they just want to say sorry or resolve things with you or tell you why they ended up cutting you off or ghosting you or whatever the heck it was, it feels like that you're like, no, I'm not really into a relationship right now. That's what it feels like, Capricorn, that you're moving away from that. You're on some sort of a path here where you're kind of having a revolution here, and you're standing your ground or standing up for yourself here, and you're about to move forward here. And I think it's on your own, that your life is very busy and full. And I think when this person shows up, you're going to say, thank you, I appreciate your apology, and see you around sometime. I don't think you're going to offer anything. They might even ask you to come out. I feel like they're going to answer a lot of questions that you might have had about why this thing ended the way that it did. But I feel like you might enjoy speaking with them, but I don't think it goes any further from there. I think you've learned your lesson here. You've learned your lesson, my friend. We do have lots of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, lots of air energy here. We've got Pisces, we've got Virgo, Cancer, more Virgo. We've got Sagittarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Yeah. All right, all right. Here we go. Tell me about Aquarius. Single Aquarius for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for the week for single Aquarius. Tell me about single Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Aquarius. Okay. Ah, the Wheel of Fortune. There's change afoot this week, my friend. Something is about to change in a very fortunate way. It's something you don't have control over. Give me a second here. There we go. Got the Two of Cups, Ace of Swords. What? Aquarius, what's going on here? All right. Wow, wow. Aquarius, something is going down here for you this week, my friend. And I feel like you already know it. It feels to me like you've been silent with someone and you're about to get communication. This is about the Two of Cups. Somebody has changed their mind, Aquarius. I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but we do have the Ace of Swords here. Somebody has changed their mind about the silence that has ensued between you. And we do have the Wheel of Fortune, which tells me that this is about to go down. You don't really have a choice. It feels like somebody is going to contact you, or you're going to reach out to someone. I think you are the quiet one, though. Like, I feel like somebody's about to reach out to you. Tell me what's about to change here. Somebody's changed their mind about something. Tell me what is changing here. Who's changed their mind? Somebody may have had a change of mind around the full moon. The moon energy is here. Ten of Swords. Okay, so somebody has changed their mind. I feel like you've had an ending with somebody here and they have changed their mind. I feel like this person is regretting their actions. They're regretting the ending. It feels like with the moon energy and the Ten of Swords that somebody's got some really deep feelings about how things ended and they still are connected to you. I think this is a soulmate connection. This is an energetic connection that somebody can't get rid of. Things are not as they seem. I want to say if somebody ended something with you, they're now having buyer's remorse. Somebody here has decided that maybe I was hasty in my decision. Maybe I cut someone out too soon. Things are not as they seem for you, my friend. And I feel like things are about to move forward and expand here, but it does show here with the Ace of Swords that we do have somebody who has changed their mind and is about to communicate, because I think you've been silent with them. We've had a closing of the door, right? The Queen of Cups. We have somebody who's closed the door on their feelings or the world. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, possibly Pisces or Cancer. We do have Sagittarius, Gemini energy here. Piscean energy. It does feel like somebody that had an ending with you. I don't know who had the ending. I don't know if you ended it or they did, but somebody, whoever did the ending, whoever is the Ten of Swords, that person has changed their mind. I feel like they realize, they're having some sort of realization or an aha moment about change. Nine of Pentacles. The Star. Ten of Pentacles. They are thinking in a long-term thinking right now. I was just looking at all the stars on this person's hand, 9 and 1 is 10, and then the 10 of stars came out. Stars are pentacles in this deck, by the way. So I do feel that what's about to change is, I feel like if there is somebody that, I don't see any heartbreak here, but I want to say that something came to an end. So it feels like it was an abrupt ending or a ghosting or something like that. And I don't know if it was you or them, but somebody's remaining silent here. And the 9 of Pentacles is here. Somebody's remaining silent and single, waiting for the star to show up and offer them something. Offer them long-term relationship, something like that. But it is about the 2 of Cups here. And so I feel somebody has changed their mind. Why have they changed their mind? 2 of Swords, the Empress in reverse, and the 4 of Cups. This person has realized that life is really boring without you, that they've lost their abundance. They've lost their abundant feeling. Just hearing those brothers. We've lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone. So somebody's regretting that there is an ending here. I think that somebody here is thinking, right? They're feeling heartbroken with the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is like this person is now listening to their feelings, listening to their emotions. They're listening and feeling now rather than dealing with things that they see in the 3D world. And this person is realizing that your absence or what you brought to the relationship as the Empress, I feel feminine or masculine, that now that's gone and they're feeling it. They're feeling the difference between you being in their life and you not being in their life. And now they're having regret that they ended something with you. But you've been very silent with them and you're staying single. I don't think that you've carried on with anybody else, but somebody here hopes that you will accept some sort of a relationship here. Tell me how this turns out for Aquarius, please. Look at the 9 of Swords, the Hanged Man. This person is really worried that you're not going to answer their text, that you're just going to leave them hanging. And they've had this breakthrough and they want to share it with you. But the Hanged Man energy tells me that they're looking at it from your perspective now and how terrible it looked that they ended or ghosted or however it worked out. And they're worried that you're not going to, that they've had a breakthrough, but they're worried that you're not going to answer their text, will you? I think you will. Queen of Cups is here. 6 of Wands. I think that you still want to have happiness with this person here. I feel like you still have really big, deep feelings for them and you want victory with them. I feel like this person is somebody who I feel you gave them a lot of attention. You made them feel special. And they're realizing that you don't get an upgrade from the Empress, that the Empress is the upgrade. And if that's you, feminine or masculine, they've realized what they've lost. That's what it feels like here. We've got the 6 of Cups. And you guys have a lot of happy times in the past, I want to say, that you've known each other for some time. We've got the Hierophant and the 4 of Swords. Somebody here is trying to heal how they think and how they feel about commitments. This person knows that you're solid, Aquarius. This person knows that you're solid and you're going to move forward and do your own thing regardless. That's what the Hierophant does. You're going to do your own thing, and if you want to follow me, you can follow me. I think that's the best attitude. I think that you've been quiet with this person, but I think they're going to break the silence because I don't think that they like how bored life has become without the Empress, without the abundance. So I feel like you are about to get some sort of communication, possibly in the next 7 days. We have you, Aquarius energy. We have Libra and Taurus. The Lovers is Gemini. We have Leo, Pisces. We got Pisces and Cancer here. More Aquarius energy. And we've got Sagittarian energy here. I feel like something is about to happen to you. The silence is about to be broken between you and someone else. And I think that it's because someone else has got a lot of remorse that things didn't work out between you. And now they realize your value once you're gone. So you may or may not take them back. Some of you will. All right, Pisces. Let's figure out what's going on for you, Pisces. If you're interested in a private read, my friends, please look below this video. It's pinned to the comments. Everything that you need is there. Follow the link and you'll have all the information that you need about how to book a reading. All right. Tell me about Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The next 7 days for single Pisces, please. Pisces, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So on your own path, working really hard, minding your business, your focus is in your pentacle world. I feel like you're getting very close to harvesting something. So something you've put a lot of time and effort into is about to pay off here. We have the King of Pentacles. It's about to pay off big time. I want to say that finances, I feel, are coming around the corner for you here. That there's something that you've been working on, a project or something in the 3D. Maybe you've been collaborating on something with someone. And I feel like you're about to go from the Seven of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. You're about to go from this place of having to work super, super hard for every penny that you pinch to a place where you have enough. We have the Three of Cups. This is about to be a really celebratory week for you here. And we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like everything seems to be going good in terms of your work, your money, your business, whatever it is that's in your pentacle world. I feel like it's all growing and moving in the right direction. I think that's reason to celebrate. The Knight of Wands tells me that you do want to do that. You do want to celebrate. Tell me what the Seven of Pentacles is. What have you been working on? I feel like you're going to be calling up friends and asking them to celebrate with you. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Wands. So you may be working really hard to buy a house, or maybe you're building a house, but we have the Four of Wands here. We have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I want to say that that this reading is telling me that you're not going to have to worry about money for a bit. I feel like things are about to come in. Whatever you invested in here and you worked really hard on is about to pay off, and I feel like you're going to get some friends involved, and there is going to be happiness and excitement. You're in this Emperor energy where you're taking control of everything, and it's all working out in your favor here. That you maybe had to make some really hard decisions. The Emperor does make hard decisions. Maybe you had to cut some things away, possibly. Tell me about this. Got the King of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Oh, you've been keeping it undercover. That's what it is. Whatever you've been working on, I don't think you've been sharing with many people. But I feel like in this week, in the next 7 days, you're going to feel inspired to share what it is that you've been working on, what your accomplishments have been. Maybe you're going to invite people over, or maybe they're going to invite you out, or either way, it feels like there's going to be some fun, really fun, exciting times, maybe a little bit of risk, I want to say. But we do have the Seven of Swords. It feels like what you kept it undercover here. You kept it undercover. You weren't telling anybody what was going on here. And now that things are expanding, now it's time for you to go out here. I feel like you're feeling inspired to share it with other people. There is the Ace of Wands here. Tell me what the Ace of Wands is about. You're on some sort of a new path. It's a very fiery, exciting path. And I feel like you've been waiting to do this for a while. Tell me what happens with this Ace of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Lovers. And we have the Eight of Wands. I feel like I feel like if you get together with a bunch of people and you go out to celebrate, it does feel like in all of the people that are at this gathering, because it feels like it takes place in a very busy social place, I feel like you do meet somebody who's quite special. The Lovers is here with the Eight of Wands, but I feel like this person finds you. I feel like they come up and speak with you first. I don't think you have to be worried about looking for anybody while you're out with your friends. I think you're just out there minding your business, celebrating things, and I feel like you do meet somebody who is quite special, who you feel quite connected to. Yeah, you're going to meet this person face to face, and I feel like this person has the same work ethic as you. There's someone who is very focused on themselves, focused on the pentacle world, focused on building life, building, you know, buying a house, building a house. Like, it feels like you're very much in in this place in your life where you're very invested in you, I feel like you meet somebody who's also invested in you. The Five of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles is 7, and I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles here. The Sun is out. It feels almost like you do meet somebody who's just like you. Like that's what the Lovers is, right? It's somebody who's mirroring your energy. So it does feel like you're going to meet someone who is just like you. Also someone who's been on the outside looking in. Like it feels like this person has been disconnected from the Pentacle world for a while. Like maybe they're like you, have been just focusing on work, focusing on growth. And I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles here that you meet somebody face to face, and it's quite exciting. The Eight of Wands is here with the Sun. It tells me clear communication, back and forth, back and forth. It's like you meet somebody and you're just trying to get all of the goodness out of them. Like it feels like they're really delicious, and you meet this person and it feels like you've known them forever. So I feel like there's a really cool new connection coming up for you. That's what it feels like, Pisces. And this person is going to find you. They're going to approach you. You're not going to have to go out and look around and wonder, you know, is anybody looking at me? I don't think you're going to have to do that. I feel like the sun is shining on you. You're in the spotlight because everything is going really good for you and you're in a happy place. And I feel like this is going to attract somebody who's just like you, somebody who's a soulmate. What's the outcome? The World card. Queen of Pentacles, there it is. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, you're going to meet someone just like you. It is somebody who's mirroring you and somebody who's also ready to plant a pentacle somewhere. Somebody who's ready to invest in some sort of relationship, but only with someone who's also doing the same thing that they're doing. So you literally are connecting with someone. You are calling in what is you, Pisces. You are the person who's a hard worker, steadfast, sturdy, and good. And no matter what you're doing, whether it's a business or whether you're working for somebody else, I feel like you're working to build your home. Maybe you're actually building a home from the foundation up, but you're building up your home or building up your family. That's what it feels like here. And these two people are definitely soulmates. And it felt like that when I got the Seven of Pentacles together here, that you're going to meet somebody face to face. But I feel like this is a new cycle. It's a brand new chapter, a brand new person, a brand new chapter. And I feel like after dropping a bunch of stuff on the ground here and going at it with the Eight of Pentacles, working on the self, right? Finding the courage. I feel that's why you find the courage to go out and tell everybody about the things that you've been accomplishing. It almost feels like everybody's getting together because you're like, hey, I just want to let you guys know that the reason I've been off the grid is because I've been working on this project. I just want to celebrate that with you guys. You guys want to go out, whether it's 2 or 3 or 4 friends. And I feel like that whether you meet this person at the social gathering or maybe that they're a friend in the Pentacle world, this person I feel is the same as you. You're about to meet somebody pretty special. Let's give you some energies here and then we'll get you on the way. We've got, could be a Leo. We've got Gemini energy here. We've got Aries. We've got Leo, Sagittarius as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Good luck with that, Pisces. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back. And because I'm always back, I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. Love y'all. I'm up for now. Bye-bye.